I'm back, bitches.
Zook. Zook. Nah.
I forgot to set the goddamn. Hold on. I forgot to set the bloody thingy. Wait, hang on a minute. Global transit. I got a lovely new transition, but I forgot to set the transition. Hold on. We're gonna do this again, okay? Oh. It's cool, isn't it? I'm back! Bitches, did you miss me? Oh my god. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it? Yes, I missed you too. Been a long time since you've heard a big fucking kissy from me. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I got a new fan, and it's a little loud, so I had it off during the karaoke, but it's gotten really hot in here, so I'm just baking in my own sweat. Thank you, everybody, so much for all of the supers that were given during the karaoke. Thank you for all of the supers being given right now. Thank you for all of the remembers. Thank you for everything, you guys. You're being insane. You're being unhinged. The average Germa fan has entered the chat, and they're getting ready to start sawing my legs off. But yes, I'm back, and there is lots to talk about. There's lots to celebrate. We just had a big karaoke stream, and good lord, was that ever the most fucking work I've ever done on something before. And Jesus Christ. And you see why now that I said I had been planning it since like May. And for months I had had all of those ideas going, and I was like, when is it gonna be time? When's it gonna be time? Oh my god, I'm seeing just... Oh, thank you for all the remembers, everybody coming back to rejoin the citizenship, everybody popping off with all these supers. It's fucking crazy. I feel so... I'm so happy to be back. Give me a big fucking kiss, bitch. Give me a big fucking kiss. I feel like I've come home. I feel like I've come home to my dog. And the dog is like, and it's like spinning in circles, jumping up and down off the walls. But instead of going H is an akasupa. But I can't thank you guys enough. You're being so incredible. Thank you. I don't even know where to begin. I really, truly don't know where to begin. All I can say to reassure you all and to come in with just a fucking you know, all the biggest vote of confidence that I can imagine is to say that I feel amazing. Okay? After this break, I think was so necessary, and I have to hand it to my buddy Fuchan for convincing me. Well, he didn't like convince me himself, but his advice was the last sort of push over the edge, where he said, "Yeah, my break was incredibly healing," and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I need one of those. And now that I've had it, I can confirm it was healing, and it was relaxing, and I had a chance to do things that I haven't done much of before. I played... Oh my god, look at these supers, what the fuck? There's so many. Oh my god! Oh my god, I feel like... Oh! Whoa! I assume the ones with the little song notes are some kind of a project. Thank you. Thank you. Oh! The red carpet. Oh. Wee. I will definitely have to come back on another stream and thank all of these. Jesus Christ. I couldn't possibly go through all these now, but I will find a time to read every single one. But to everyone sending me supers at the moment, I love you very dearly, and I can't wait to give you the thanks and all the love that you deserve. Big kissy for everybody. So, what did I do on my break? It's a good question. To be honest, not a lot, and I think that was good. For the first 2 weeks of my break, I pretty much just wandered around my city and did things that I had always wanted to do but never had the time. I went to new restaurants, I saw a play, I went to a comedy show, I went to various different tourist spots around the country, I traveled pretty far, I got on trains, I went to botanical gardens, I went to zoos, and then otherwise, I watched 3 seasons of Better Call Saul, and I played a load of RuneScape. I played a lot of RuneScape, a lot of RuneScape. What did I do when I was playing RuneScape? I finished that Blue Dragon task. That was pretty big. Been training Slayer for a while. Wrapped up some achievement diary stuff. That was good. To be honest, I didn't play as much RuneScape as I wanted, but I did watch a lot of Better Call Saul, which was really nice. And I still haven't finished it, so no spoilers, guys, please. But yeah, no, it's been insane. So my first 2 weeks was spent really living the kind of life that I think that I spent all of this time working for, and yet that I never got to live. And so I just sort of went and I did my own thing for a really, really long time. Then in the 3rd week, I traveled back to my hometown, because after my parents and I was the one who abandoned the underworld first, and then my parents followed suit some years later, and we didn't have contact for a while. But now that we do, we all lived for a while in the same town, and it's what I consider my hometown. We spent quite a while. I spent a week there. Longer than a week, I think. A little longer than a week. And I lived in my old little bedroom, where, as you saw on Twitter, my mum had my baby shoes still. Akumama kept my baby shoes. Because to be honest, right, those shoes look big, because they are big. I have freakishly large feet. And I was a freakishly large baby. I was an extremely large baby. A very, very, very big baby indeed. In fact, such a big baby that it caused problems for me. I was literally the Bigfoot baby. When I was born, I weighed something like I think about 10 pounds? Something like that. Like 10, it was either 10, it wasn't 10 kilograms, it was 10 pounds, I think. And I had a full head of hair. This red hair was already coming through right when I was born. And in fact, I was so big that it caused health issues for me. And for a while, those underworld doctors needed to take care of me for a little bit. And so I want you to picture something really funny, okay? When I was born, there was because obviously, you know, even though it was a long time ago, the Underworld, they're quite far ahead, you know, technologically. There was the infant care ward, or rather the infant sort of emergency ward. And they have these little incubators there. And most of the time, the babies who go in the incubators are premature births, right? They're very, very, very tiny. Very tiny indeed. And so, if you were to walk through the emergency baby ward, you would see, yes, this tiny baby, tiny baby, tiny baby, tiny baby. Oh my god, that's a big baby! I was a very fat fucking baby. And so I've grown up to become a big, big, big boy. And my parents bombarded me with all these stories of who I was when I was a wee kid. And I used to be, apparently I was very rambunctious as a child. Very, very sort of like, I used to run around and scream at people and beat people up on the playground. I wonder what happened to that. Anyway. I'm back now. Oh god. It's the thing, I see all of these supers coming through, but if I read them all out, I would be here for like 6 weeks. To everyone, again, a reminder to everyone who's sending the beautiful red carpet, Domek, I see you with the chain of 10 Aka supers. I remember it all, and I think tomorrow, I had another idea for a stream, but in my fucking naivete, I didn't think that, for some reason, I thought, oh, you know, I might just get all the supers thanked in the one thing, and then, Jesus. But yes. Tomorrow I'll sit down and I'll thank all of these supers and we'll play some games together or something. So yes, I spent some time with my family. We went for pub lunches, and one of the nicest things, and probably one of the reasons why I got so much work done on my karaoke, is because my hometown is really nice to like go for walks in. It's very sort of naturey and very beautiful, and so I spent a long time just walking and walking and walking and walking and listening to the songs I knew I wanted to sing, and at the end of it, I had lots of ideas. Evermore, for example, was a song that I started listening to while I was away, and I shuffled that into my playlist while I was there, and so it's interesting how much the set list changed over time. So first of all, you've got it began life as just, one of these days I'd like to sing some Disney songs, and that was it, and that's why there's so much Disney in there. Be Prepared, Hellfire, Friends on the Other Side. Those were the only ones in there. Like literally, I just had 3 Disney songs, and I was like, I'll think of something else. And then over time, I just sort of shuffled them in. And then later, and one of the first ones that I added was the ones I knew I wanted to do: Enjoy the Silence, There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, and what else? I think that might have been it. It was just those 5 songs for a long time, and I tried to figure it out. But yeah. And from the very beginning, I knew with Evermore, I was like, I'm gonna make these bitches cry. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it begging, because when I listened to it for the first time, I was like, ooh, it's got that catchy intro, that bow, and I was like, I want to do that. And then I started doing the editing for it, and I thought, wait a minute, can I even sing this one? And I tried it, and I was like, and it sort of like, it kind of worked, but not really. And then literally up until that morning, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do it. But then I made myself do it. And apparently you guys liked it. So, you know. Put your loving hands out, baby! And I think if you just let yourself scream, it works quite well. I want to learn how to scream. I know it'll take a long time, but it feels like it'd be so much fun to do. Because you know one song that I would love to sing, but I'm not sure if we can for copyright reasons? If I could scream properly, and if I could sing good, I would love to sing Bury the Light one day. The entire thing. I think it's such a good fucking song. I've been listening to that a lot. I have a lot of ideas for maybe some sort of song that sounds a lot like that song at some point in the future. But I would love to sing that, but I really don't think I could do that right now. I would need to work on it, but yeah, that's definitely that song is definitely right up my alley. Thank you guys all so much for the supers. So yeah, I spent a week living with my family. What did we do? I watched I remember the members, we watched Under the Silver Lake a while ago. I watched that with my dad, and he loved it. Literally, he loved it, I think, even more than I did. Because I love that film, even though a lot of, like, it's pretty divisive. Some people were like, this is weird. And I was like, ooh, this is weird. You know, it's like, oh, it's either like, this is weird, or, ooh, this is weird. I watched it with my dad, and he was like, every time they did a really creative shot, or they had the old neo-noir style music, not neo-noir, just straight noir style music, he was like, wow, oh, he was like, oh, this is great, oh, this is incredible, and I was like, oh yeah, I was glad I picked the right movie for my dad. So we watched that together, and I watched a great film for the first time with Akuma called Another Round with Mads Mikkelsen. My mum is a big Mads Mikkelsen fan. There was a period of time when I would buy. So my mum goes through phases. She goes through phases where she sort of has this. She has a fictional or otherwise famous man who is the apple of her eye. It began with, God, who was it first? I can't actually remember. I know two of them. No, it was Mads Mikkelsen and Jason Momoa were two of them. And so I made sure, and so I got her a life-size for her birthday, a life-size cardboard cutout of both of them, and she keeps them in her fucking in her wardrobe. And one year she literally said, son, can you please not buy me any more life-size cardboard cutters? And I was like, all right, mum, I think it's funny, but all right. And there was one time when I was coming back from the bathroom when I was staying there, and she left her Mads Mikkelsen cutout like by the door, and I literally jumped out of my fucking skin. It was in the middle of the night, and I was like, and I walked back to the bed. I glanced over into her room, and Mads Mikkelsen was there staring at me, and I just practically leapt and fell down the stairs. But thankfully, I was okay. And so yes, we watched this film called Another Round, or Druk, as I believe it's called. It's Danish, right? And it's about, I mean, a lot of you guys might have seen it already, but it's about a group of teachers who sort of are going through a midlife crisis, and they decide to keep their blood alcohol level at 0.05% at all times, like the equivalent of a couple of glasses of wine. And it's a really, really sweet film. It's sweet, but it's also very sad. It's just very straightforward. It's not manipulative at all. It just shows events in a really honest way and in a really funny way. And I thought it was a really, really fantastic film. My God, look at the fucking supers! Thank you, guys. To everyone who's sending them, again, I will thank you guys tomorrow. I promise. I'm just really excited and want to tell you guys about my break. So I watched that with my mum. And then we went, and my family and I, we went for lots of meals out. We hung out and we relaxed, and it was beautiful, and I had a really lovely time. And like I said, I went down by a canal, I sat on a picnic bench, and I ate some ice cream, and I just listened to the ducks, and that was the moment that I realized, yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I'm ready to go back. And I had one more week, and that week, I was originally going to come back after 3 weeks. But I set it to a month because I thought I was going to be able to go to NIJISANJI, but unfortunately, visa issues transpired, and sadly I wasn't able to go. And so I had this extra week where I just had nothing to do. But if anything, I take that as quite a blessing in disguise, because it meant that I had so much more time to really rest. And I think that if I did my karaoke and came back to work so soon after being in Japan and at NIJIFES, I would have like been jet lagged to shit. I would have been so tired, and maybe all of the animation and all the work I put into that, maybe it wouldn't have been the best. So I'm choosing to see the silver lining in it, and I'm praying that hopefully when NIJISANJI decide to have another big event, maybe that'll be my time, and maybe I can do it at sort of a better time for me. I wish I could have gone, but it is what it is. So yeah, so I was just chilling at home that whole time, and I watched TV. I worked on my karaoke pretty much solidly. And I think that was about it, really. I just sort of hung out. I think I went, did I go to a new restaurant? I did. I found a really nice pub. Like deep in the city, I found a pub sort of nice and hidden away, and it was like, it's become one of my favorite things to like go for a big long walk, and then during the walk to try and locate a pub to have dinner. So I'll just sort of walk and like just travel for ages, and I'll be walking and I'll be like, oh, there's a street, I shall go down that street. And then I turn right, I'm like, oh, I'll go down that street. Oh, that one. I'm not going anywhere in particular. And then I'll see a pub that looks nice, and I'll think, oh shit. And I just walk on inside and I sample the food, and I have a pint, and then I head home. It's been generally not a daily ritual, but a pretty common ritual that if I need fresh air, I take a walk all the way into the city and I find a pub. So it's been really nice. And you never know, if you're somewhere in the UK and you frequent pubs a lot, you might just run into me eventually. But if you do recognize me, don't shout me out, because I'll probably have a panic attack. But that's that. That was my break. There's not really much else to say about it. And I think that's for the best. It wasn't a super busy time. I didn't do too much. I just took each day as it came, and I really, really, really sat back and relaxed. And I feel so thankful that I had the chance to do all of that. Guys, please, if you go to a pub in the UK, don't... First of all, I like the idea of someone yelling beans as a means of, like, It reminds me of a really old time... Okay, I'm going to go on a tangent for a second now. Raise your hand. Can I get a 1 in chat if any of you guys watched or listened to the Yogscast in the last decade or so? The Yogscast. You guys remember them? Simon and Lewis? Anyone listen to the Yog Pod back in the day? Yeah, we got some 1s. Nice. I was a big fan back in the day. A big fan when they were doing the Jaffa Factory and they were doing all that kind of stuff. Simon and Lewis from the Yogscast used to have a podcast called the Yog Pod. And at one point, they were discussing this idea of how do Yogscast fans identify each other in public. And so Simon came up with what is likely the stupidest idea possible. He said, all right, if you're ever in a crowded place and you want... somebody knows, yeah. Somebody knows. What you would do is you would be in a public place, and he said what you got to do is you've got to stand up and you've got to say at the top of your voice, I am Dave ! Yognor, and I have the balls. So I'm just saying, if you're in a pub in the UK, maybe don't say, I am Vox Akuma's Kindred and I have the balls, because in most pubs in the UK, you might get beaten up. I'm just going to say, maybe don't do that. And on the off chance that I'm in there, really don't do that, because I would have a panic attack. But yes, that was a good time. Kazukna. Well, if you want to embarrass yourself by saying Kazukna in the middle of a busy pub, then go ahead. But I'm not responsible for if one of you winds up starting a bar fight. Beans. Beans is if you're a Quildren. If you're a Quildren, then you would identify each other in a crowded area by saying beans. Yeah. So yes. I am very fortunate to have had an entire month where all I did was rest. I caught up on TV I wanted to watch. I played the games I wanted to play. I went for walks I wanted to go for walks. I went for the walks I wanted to go on. And that was that. There's not much else to say. Also, I have to say something that kind of scared me. Here's Baba. So I recorded the little element for... Well, I put it together, the little element for Evermore, where I had my chair and stuff and the spotlight appear and stuff like that. I prepared that in my Streamlabs, and I disabled everything else. I just had a blank thing, chair, back, this. And then I opened it today, and Baba was there. I had not enabled the Baba image source. He just appeared. So, I don't know what to say, really. Baba? You better sit over there. Don't you get any ideas, big guy, okay? Don't you get any ideas? Baba. Oh my god. Have you guys seen that fucking Mario movie trailer? Okay, we're not going to talk about Chris Pratt. We're going to talk about... What did I fucking tell you, Jack? I knew from moment one when they said Jack Black was going to be Bowser. I was like, that is genius casting. That is the best casting option you could have picked. Open the gates! I was like, yeah. He says, I finally found it. The One Piece is real! Can we get much higher? So high. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. You guys hear about the Bandai Namco employee who got fired for posting an image of Pac-Man looking like that One Piece gremlin and saying the what is it? The white pellet. It's real. Jesus. I mean, maybe they didn't get fired. I don't know. It looked like they did. So many familiar faces sending supers, so many familiar faces remembering. It's good to be back. It's so good to be back. Oh my Jesus. It's so good to have spent all that time, but to have come back with a vengeance. I'm so happy. They said they didn't get fired. Thank God. That's good. We need to allow social media managers to fuck around a little bit more, because it always results in them getting more attention, doesn't it? The One Piece is real! I don't even watch One Piece, but I think that shit is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh my god. I need a hug. I missed you guys. Oh, that's a good question. The Kuzuha Cup. Oh my god, I had such a good time. First of all, getting to spend time with my senpais was fantastic, and you have no idea how like humbled I felt when Kanai senpai was like, Boxu, presento, and he gave me his jacket. I was like, oh, for me? For me? It was fucking crazy, and Sasa is so adorable. I mean, what a ray of sunshine. I've never in my life had someone encourage me to play a fart sound. Box of fart, please. Oh, very beautiful, big fart. She made me smile so much. What an incredible person to call my senpai. What an incredible person to be in a company with, and obviously to get to spend time with Alira as well. The Kuzuha Cup was like so humbling. Honestly, it was an incredible experience. And also, there is actually, I'm not sure if it's public yet. Hang on. Never mind. I didn't say anything. If any of you guys know what I'm talking about, then it's fine. But I'm not actually 100% sure. So I'm just watching chat to see if it's. Okay, nothing. No, it's fine. It's fine. Tom Holland mode. Anyway. So, I have a question. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to someone who I have commissioned recently. Their name is at tcuppity on Twitter, or Seol, and I commissioned them over my holiday, and they have done two things for me. One is that new transition that you saw at the beginning, which I think is long fucking overdue. And next, we have a new schedule layout, and I'm just gonna ask, would you guys like to see? I'm just checking to make sure it's all good. Yes. Would you, oh wait, hold on. Would you guys like to see a sneak peek of next week's schedule, perhaps? I think you might, because there is some highly anticipated shit on there that I think you're all very much excited to see. Starting October 10th, this will be. Alright, everybody. Get ready. Shuttle, shuttle, shuttle. Shram and shuttle. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Where is it? The schedule looks beautiful, and it comes with something that I can use to credit the artwork, so I don't have to worry about forgetting to credit artwork in the replies of the tweet anyway. Bye-bye! Doesn't that look cool? And we've got a lot of fun streams. Let's take a look, everybody, shall we? Let's take a fucking look. So we've got Monday. I'm finally going to be playing Kukiomi, which I know everybody has played, and I've seen a lot of people wanting me to play it, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be revisiting Minecraft, which is, you know, like, it's hey ho, ho hum, we've done it a lot, but I'm looking forward to it. Then we're going to be, the members and I are going to be watching Morbius on Wednesday, which is going to be fun. And then a really interesting collab that I'm doing with Niji Cancelled on Wednesday in the afternoon. What we're going to be doing is essentially creating copyright-free versions of popular TV shows / movies and games and recasting them with people from NIJISANJI EN. So we're trying to imagine, oh, what would it be like if, let's take Breaking Bad, for example, because you know I've been going on a bender about that show recently. Who would be Walter White? Who would be Mike? Who would be Jesse? And then we'd sort of just sit and chat and fuck around and imagine what it would be like if, I don't know, maybe I'm Walter White and fucking Mr. is Jesse or some shit like that. We're just gonna go off, we're gonna have fun and see what it's all about. So I'm looking forward to that. Then it's a big thing. Just to actually, no, the just chatting thing, that's nothing. I forgot to change. Okay, I forgot to change that. That's going to be something else. I'm not just doing a Zatsudan. That's going to be something different. It's going to be something different. I didn't mean to put the just chatting there. That was there by default. There will be something that morning, though, because in the evening, to sort of be in a time zone that's more suitable for Spanish-speaking countries, I'm going to be doing Duolingo in Espanol. Which a lot of people have asked for. You know, I've tackled both Chinese and I've tackled Chinese before, which is one of the most spoken languages in the world, and one of the other most spoken languages in the world is Spanish. So I figured, why not go for that one? So we're going to be doing some Duolingo in Spanish one evening, and then a big blast from the past. In my first few weeks after debut, I tried running through Sekiro without dying, and I never managed it. I, since then, have gotten so much better at endurance streams, and I've decided, fuck it. I'm going back. We're returning to Sekiro on Friday, and I'm praying to God that I can actually beat it this time. And then a very anticipated stream, because I've seen a lot of sentiment about us two collabing eventually. The two monkey VTubers are collabing. Kenji is joining me on Under the Table on Saturday. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for Sekiro, every time I die, I'm going to remove an item of clothing. It's Strip Sekiro, okay? Strip Sekiro. So yes, and on Saturday, I'm inviting Kenji onto Under the Table. My list of guests for Under the Table is quite long at the moment. There's quite a few people who I've been contacting, and I'm very much looking forward to what will happen after the Kenji collab. I mean, I'm looking forward to that one as well, but there's a lot of really fun guests that I have not lined up, but prospective guests. So I think that the stream, the series is going to get quite a lot bulkier and more interesting with time. And then Sunday, I haven't decided yet. We could do that. We could do that right now if you guys want it. Decide on a topic for an ASMR, because it's difficult. We've recently received word that YouTube is cracking down on sexually explicit ASMR, which is like my entire thing. But then what I have to wonder is, and now here's the kicker, what is the line with YouTube? Because I'm gonna go into my into my list of ASMR at the moment. And I'm gonna try and point out the fact that very few of them have actually been... Oh, wait, no, don't play it. Okay, okay. Very few of them have actually been hit with any kind of sort of reprimand or anything. So basically what you've got is the ones that have been hit. So it's been a month. Boyfriend ASMR Part 3. There is car shenanigans and a pretty implicit BJ. And yet that one is still completely public, completely monetized, and not a problem at all. That's good. Box Tenchi obviously got age restricted, which is fine. You know, that I was kind of expecting. What else? Forest Guardian is fine because that's a very nice say-so one. My last Fall Guys stream got age restricted. The Dragon one, which involved the dragon who was accused of multiple counts of cunnilingus. That one is still completely public. Night one is still completely public, despite featuring a lot of violence. Vampire one is still completely public. What else is there? The Painter one is still completely public. For whatever reason, the Butler one got demonetized, and the Butler one might be the sweetest one of all. The Butler one might be the least sussy of them all, but, I mean, I ain't one to tell Susan how to do her job. The Mermaid one is fine, despite all of the violence. What else is there? The Office one, that's age-restricted, which, you know, fair fucking play. The second boyfriend one is kind of sussy, that one's completely fine. The first boyfriend one is pretty soft, so that one's completely fine. The Doctor one, only demonetized, not age restricted, even though that one is pretty nasty. And really, the big kicker, the one that sent me all the way down the path to just endless self-sexualization and whoring on main. The officer ASMR, the police officer ASMR, 100% unage restricted and completely monetized. Why, Susan? Why, Susan? What did the butler do that the officer didn't? What did the butler do? I mean, he did eat you, but then I edited that out, so it shouldn't have been a problem. First Box Tenchi one, that's completely fine, and so are the rest of them. Captain Akuma and the bloody, the Sengoku era one. So yeah, YouTube, if I'm gonna stop being a sussy baka, I'm gonna need to know what the deal is here, okay? I'm gonna need to know what the fuck is going on. Because right now, I don't know. Where is the line? I want to keep doing what makes my fans happy, but I don't want to run the risk of getting a community guideline strike, so what do? I guess my best guess would be to maybe just keep doing what I've been doing. I might keep ASMR suggestive for a while, maybe more plot heavy, but then we'll give it some time. And when I feel better about it, I imagine we'll ease back in to having sex on main, and then it won't be too big of a deal. I imagine it'll just be, you know, what it is, and people will just have to cope, you know. And worst case scenario, we just make an OnlyFans. Oh, so yeah, that's my schedule for next week. We've got some lovely artwork with some credit on it, so you guys can check that out. You guys can go follow that artist who's made that. And remember, it is ETIQUETTE, at ETIQUETTE on Twitter, who designed this for me. And what a talented artist they are. Motion graphics and graphic design and everything. An incredible job done by them. And right now, I won't say who with, but I have some alerts being commissioned as well. Because for a while, we haven't had alerts. So, you know. Putting the demon in demonetized. Wonder if Niji management would let me make a Pornhub account. You never know. You never know. Oh, my back. I'm home. That was really, really fun. The karaoke especially. I worked so fucking hard on it. I mean, I spent days and days and days just farming those different things, farming those different videos and everything, and oh god, and see everyone, all of my fellow Niji members supporting me on Twitter. It's just putting a karaoke together. Putting a karaoke together is such a magical experience, and I'm so excited. Also, shit, hi Shota. I'm sorry, I didn't see you at first. I was like kind of off in my head. Sorry, I'm just taking a glance at Twitter. I just want to see. The One Piece is real. Well, that's that. On another red carpet. What the fuck? Thank you. So sorry. I'll make sure to thank that all next time. I'll do a what I imagine I'll do. So, what you might have noticed, today is Saturday. Today is Saturday, and tomorrow is Sunday, but the schedule starts on Monday. So, what are we doing on Sunday? Well, I don't have time, nor do I really want, after, to be honest, after all of the work I put into this karaoke, I don't think I really want to look at Shoost for another 6 years. So, I don't think I'm going to... A lot of people asking for RuneScape. As happy as that makes me, I did have a different idea. On Sunday, well, before I left, there was a stream that I promised, but that I wasn't going... that I didn't do, for personal reasons. You know, I just sort of thought maybe it's not the best idea at this state, in this part of my mental state. You know, maybe I just need a bit more time. But now that I feel a lot better, figuring, you know what? You know what? Yes. Let's do some drunk streaming with the ASMR mic tomorrow, eh? So in the morning, normal Zatsudan, where I try to read through all of these lovely, lovely, lovely supers. Maybe play a bit of Getting Over It like I did last time I had karaoke. And then afterwards, I'll take a break. And then probably at around 11 PM JST, we're going to have a drunk stream. It's been a while since we've had one of those. I'm gonna try to refrain from mentioning my my favorite porn categories, because I'm aware that maybe it's not the best thing to do on a public forum, but who's to say what I'll do when I get drunk? Who knows? I'm probably gonna stay off of wine this time, though. I love wine, but wine hangovers don't fuck around. Oh! Wondering if maybe I should do whiskey instead. I haven't drunk whiskey in a long time. I'm also planning, after next week, I'm planning a collab with Mr. Because during, like, my break, there was so many times where I was going to collab with Mr. and then I wound up not being able to do it, right? I wound up not being able to do it, and so I was like, man, there's some kind of curse that stops me from collabing with Mr. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this, Mr. We're gonna collab. And so I think next week, at some point, or the week after next, we're gonna do some kind of fucking, like, Clubhouse games, or Nintendo Switch Sports, or something like that, just because he and I have not done a one-on-one collab in a really long time. I've been, having a lot of fun Twitter conversations with Mr. recently, and he's been responding to me with Breaking Bad images, which, as you know, is the right way to get to my heart. 100%. Goodness me, what a day. Showtime! So we're going to do that, and I think there are some other collabs planned as well, but whichever ones they are, we'll see. We'll see. I don't even know what else to say. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I had such a good time getting everything ready, and I was really stressed, and it was down to the wire. I made the spinning box tenshi thing this morning. I don't know why. Last night I needed to like clear my head, right? I needed to clear my head because I just couldn't think straight, and I had virtually no ideas for how I was going to do the last few songs that I needed to edit for. And so I was just out and I was walking, and I was listening to the song, and when I heard the bum 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 bum, I just had this vision in my head of like 6 or 7 box tenshis just spinning around my head, being like the little voodoo masks from Princess and the Frog, and I just thought, oh my god, that's so funny. And so I just put that together, and oh my god, I'm really glad it worked. Honestly, my favorite part was timing his dialogue to the thing, and so he was like, you know, it's like, and I got friends on the other side, and then he was like, he's got friends on the other side. I don't know, I thought it was really cute. That was it was my eureka moment, basically. I got friends on the other side. I'm so happy. Oh, I did it. I'm finished. I'm finished. And now I just get to go back to streaming. I've missed it so fucking much. I missed it so much. I missed you so much. I missed everything so much. It's been insane. Insane just getting all of this time off, but really, it's true. It's true that distance only makes the heart grow fonder. And now oh god, I gotta stop planning a karaoke for 2 million. Well, maybe I could do something different for 2 million. I feel like this was my magnum opus as far as karaoke is concerned. Those are my favorite songs of all time. With some exceptions, because obviously, you know, copyright means you can't sing everything. But for the vast majority, those are my favorite songs. And even though I can't really sing True Faith very well, that is like my top 5 favorite songs. I love that song so deeply. And, you know, next time, who knows what it'll have to be. 2 million subscribers? I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe something completely different. Foreign languages? Now listen, I would love to be able to sing some Japanese songs. You know how much I want to do songs like Baka Mitai, Stay With Me, Plastic Love, all of that, but at the same time, bruh, my brain cannot read Japanese or any other language at that speed. My brain goes a little numb every once in a while. My brain goes a little silly whenever I read shit like that. I'm just like, what? No, even when I'm reading Romaji, even with Romaji, I keep getting the timing wrong. I'm like, I feel like Baka Mitai is like the only one I could actually do properly. Also, there's something I quickly wanted to do because I was so caught up with preparations that I didn't wind up doing it earlier. So, there are a few people I need to credit for having helped me indirectly, yes, but indirectly because it was already made, but I need to thank just a couple of people. So, hold on just a minute. I'm going to try and back search. I'm going to try and search back and see who there is to thank for the assets that I used in this stream. So, we got that. ASMR, Voxan ASMR. I don't know if I'd be able to keep that up for that long, but I mean, maybe I'll give it a try. Who knows? Who knows? Is that it? I think it might be it. Yes. So a big thank you to it's big, to these 4 who have created assets that I used in this stream. Meow Puff for my beautiful naked body that I used on the beach video. Tsugumi72 who made the stage. Koruchi who made the light sticks. And Okarakuri Denise who made my guitar from the last karaoke. Thank you guys very much for all of your lovely, lovely help, and I would not have been able to make nearly as good of a karaoke without your guys' hard work. So thank you guys very much. Oh, the tentacles! That's it! I knew I was forgetting something. What's that? That's the one. That's the one. And of course, how could I be so stupid? Okikoma for the Box Tenchi's big, slimy, loving tentacles. How in the world could I have managed to forget that? Goodness me. But yes, these people made some wonderful assets, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done. Oh, guys, you mustn't set your sights too far in the future. I mean, it's not as though me doing some kind of sort of domestic husband ASMR is all that far away. You know, it'd be the next natural progression for the boyfriend ASMR series. Husband ASMR. We're married now, guys, legally. I have the paperwork in my fucking, I don't know, up my ass. I have the paperwork up my ass. But I think everyone would rather I be a male wife, with how well I can cook. But I can't clean very well. I'm hiring cleaners now, because I just can't. I can't focus on keeping myself clean. I'm loving the screenshots of spinning box. I'm so glad I did that. That was the funniest shit ever. You won't believe how happy I was when I was editing that, and I got, and I synced it up correctly. I was like, I did the opening to the song, and then Box Tenchi pops up from the bottom. He says, he's got friends on the other side. And the next part of the song started, but I just laughed. I laughed and laughed and laughed. I thought it was the funniest shit I'd ever seen. So yes, we'll think about it. But yeah. Ooh, I'm wondering if perhaps it's time to eat some cereal. I couldn't eat this morning. I was too anxious. Oh my god, I did it! I woke up with such like an anxious fit. I was like actually convulsing from nerves this morning. But I did it and I'm really happy. I got it all finished on time. Fuck me, bro. I'm gonna eat something later. I am gonna order food today. What food will it be? Oh, I think it might. Well, it's Saturday. I think it might be my cheat day. I think it might be time. To get KFC tonight. Yeah. I think I've done enough. I think tonight I am going to sit on my sofa, turn on my freakishly large television, and I'm going to keep watching Better Call Saul. How about we hop on Tatsumachi, eh? I want to talk to some people. Bing. Just gonna have a chat with some of the others, relax, take a load off, and then tomorrow we'll get back into the swing of things. I am also trying to set up at some point next week, It's not on my schedule yet because I'm not sure when it will be, but I'm trying to set up an Overwatch 2 collab with Selen because I haven't had much of an opportunity to play the game yet because I was working so hard on my karaoke. I'm really looking forward to playing more of the game because you guys have no fucking idea how much I used to love Overwatch 1. I have so much nostalgia for the early years of that game. So getting to play with... I don't know, Mister's getting into the game now as well. So it would be really, really nice to get to hang with those two and maybe some more, you know. I remember Shu responded to our tweet earlier, so maybe me, Mr. Selen, Shu, and then who else wants to play Overwatch? Who knows? We'll be 5 stacking and making a bit of a difference. Also, it's pretty incredible how I really have like a lot to thank Selen for because, like I've said, Overwatch 2 Nordics versus, of course, because it's 5v5 now. Oh my god, what if Folger and I both go tank? Oh my god, that would be so fun. Oh, that would be so fun. Okay, listen, that's a brand new idea, but I wanna suggest that. It may not happen, but I'm hoping it will. If it's anywhere near as fun as the Valorant collab, I will have done a lot. But yeah, like, I have a lot to thank Selen for because, like, what you guys may or may not know, I've said it a lot before, but what you might have missed, I love Overwatch. And I was a huge fan of Overwatch when it was first, like, really popular. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze. Oh, wait. I'm gonna sneeze. God, we're... Okay, I'm not gonna sneeze. Anyway, I was a big fan of Overwatch. I actively followed the Overwatch League during its first season. I sort of treated the pro players like celebrities, you know, and I was inspired by... I used to be, before I became a tank player, I was a Lucio main. I used to look up to people like DSP Stanky and Frogger and SK and all of these great Lucio players, and, like, lo and behold, since Selen was in that community now, I've been like, it's like we said on that collab, I'm like a Make-A-Wish kid, getting to meet all of my idols now, being a fucking plat tank, just not really giving a shit about, you know, not ever really having reached any sort of meaningful height in the game. I peaked mid-diamond, okay? I peaked at mid-fucking-diamond. And because of that, I got to be the little Make-A-Wish kid who got to meet all of these cool players, and it was crazy. And I even became pretty good friends with some of them, like Sleepy. I'm hoping I can collab more with him soon as well, because I think he's a pretty fantastic guy, and a great player too. It'd be nice. It would be nice to get to play Overwatch with everybody more often. Sorry, I just keep... This karaoke has been on my mind throughout my break, and now it's over, and I did it. I did it. It was so much work, but I did it. Oh my god. And now I get to relax. Now, yes, Ignis, you're right. It is true that the legendary player Big Monkey Man 37 did tank diff the juicer himself, but what you may not know. I feel like Iron Man stood on the conference hall. The truth is, I am Big Monkey Man 37. Hopefully I can get my Twitch set up eventually. It seems to be a weirdly complicated process. But yes, hopefully we're going to be able to do that soon. And I'll be able to just play some Overwatch or RuneScape or whatever in the evenings and just play some games that I want to play. I had a lovely time. And I can't thank you guys enough for being there and supporting me through all of it. Thank you. And we're trending? Of course we are. Who the fuck do you think I am? I trend when I burp. I trend when I kiss my own finger. I trend when I blink. No, but seriously, that's a huge honor. Thank you, guys. I feel like, again, another really nice thing about taking a break is that you sort of come up with so many new ideas for streams. I felt like in my last few weeks I was really struggling to think of things to do, hence the counting to 10,000 stream. Which I will never be doing again. That was agony. Straight fucking agony. And I will not be doing it again. I don't know how anyone watched the entire thing. But that was a fucking disaster. I will never be doing that again. What new games am I going to travel? Obviously there's Overwatch 2. I'd like to play a little more Cult of the Lamb, eventually. What else is there? I need to play that Bathhouse game, because I love Chiller's Art, excuse me. I love Chiller's Art games, I'd like to try that one as well. A lot of people are insisting on Cyberpunk, which is interesting. It seems like a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, Cyberpunk has sort of made a bit of a resurgence, which is nice. It reminds me of, what is it? No Man's Sky, you know, and how that game started out as being very bad and then made a real turnaround thanks to some really genuine hard work from the developers. That'd be nice to see. Maybe we could play some. Maybe we could play some Cyberpunk. Splatoon 3, needy streamer overload as well. I would like to play Death Stranding again, but the thing is about Death Stranding, so much of a, yes! Okay, so I'll just finish what I was saying. Death Stranding succeeds in a large part because of how fantastic its story is. I've already played it, and so I think that I would, if I was to play it on stream, I would want it to be for the first time, so that my reaction would be more genuine. I am absolutely going to play God of War Ragnarok. Because I love the first God of War. I love the first God of War so much. I stand by the fact that I think it's up there as one of the best stories ever told in a game. Not only that, but it's the way, it's its simplistic storytelling, but how complicated it must have been to get it all working. A whole 40+ hour game presented entirely in a one-take motion? Insanity! Who comes up with that? And with great acting too? There's not a bad performance in it. It's just beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing God of War Ragnarok. I don't care who wants to watch me play it. I'm gonna play it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care what happened. I eat shit. Oh, Metal Gear. I would like to play Metal Gear Rising at some point. That seems like a lot of people's entrance to the franchise, you know? I'd like to try Metal Gear Rising first. But then, you know, maybe I'll progress to want to play more of the Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid. I just love Snake. Colonel, I'm trying to prepare for my karaoke. Colonel, I've been editing this video for the last 5 hours. Colonel.
Boy. Do not be sorry. Be better.
There are a lot of good games coming out, aren't they?
Boy. 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 Boy.
A lot of suggestions, and I will take them all into account. But right now, I'm just feeling really, woozy and overwhelmed. Sorry, guys, you're gonna hear a loud fan noise, but it's way too fucking hot in here. I just need a little bit more. Hold on, turn towards me. Do the thing, do the thing. Ah, that's better. I'm gonna take my shirt off. Oh, that's better. Oh, what do we do now? I don't know. Can't even hear it. Oh, that's good. So I can have this motherfucker going. I can have this motherfucker going during stream. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. Stripping this early. Remember, it's not early. I've been in this office for a long-ass time this morning, making shit, getting it all ready. And then we did the karaoke, which was an hour and a bit, and now we're doing this, which has been an hour. Read the newspaper. The hell kind of an old man do you take me for? One of my favorite things, I just saw a tweet about it. One of my favorite things about the Mario movie is that everyone is so unanimous in loving Jack Black and disliking Chris Pratt's Mario. And I just saw, you know the bit from SpongeBob where they all want to see SpongeBob in the crowd, but no one wants to see Squidward? It's like Squidward puts one tentacle out and everyone's like, and SpongeBob puts his hand out and they're like, woo!
Do you yield? I do not.
Sorry, I just started thinking about, just the edit of Bowser when he comes up to the star and he's like, I finally found it, and then he says, the One Piece is real! I've already said that today, but it makes me laugh. Listen, it makes me laugh. Oh, when he's like, do you yield? And Bowser's like, fuck you! Very empty-headed at the moment. I can't really think of what to say. How do you feel about your influencing a lot of people to watch Breaking Bad? I'm incredibly happy because I think it's some of the greatest TV ever made, and anyone who watches it winds up loving it by the end. It's that simple. It was one of the most popular TV series in America while it was airing, and now it's one of the most popular TV series in the world, even though it ended almost 9 years ago. You guys, if you haven't watched Breaking Bad yet, it's a great window into Western television. And what I think is nice is that Walter White is a very atypical Western protagonist in a sense, because obviously an anti-hero, but there's this obsession, I think, with, in the West, and I mentioned this when I was talking about my favorite movies. I mentioned this when I spoke about my favorite movies, and I spoke about Old Boy. and how the main character in Oldboy is a Korean, Oldboy is a Korean film, and a character bent on revenge, and a character who is given, to be honest, not many redeeming qualities. It's something that works within the context of Korean or Eastern culture, whereas in America, they just don't really get that. Like, the main character in the Oldboy American remake is too American. He's not driven by revenge. He's not driven by selfish self-interest. He's driven by, what is it? He just wants to save his daughter. And it's like, there's this extent to which American films will try their absolute hardest to make it really easy for you to empathize with its main characters. But Breaking Bad doesn't really need to do that. There are some aspects to that. There are some aspects where it's like, yeah, he's trying to look after his family. He's going through, a really sort of a difficult thing with his cancer and with his, and sort of struggling to support his family and everything. But at the end of the day, Walter White is a pretty fucked up character, and they don't bend over backwards to try and make you like him. He's just the focus, and you're there for the journey whether you like him or not. And I think that's a really bold move to take for a American film, because American films, or TV rather, they just don't do that a lot. They're very singular in just saying, yo, you will like the main character because they're like you. Like, a lot of action movies will just give the main character kids, because they're like, so then people in the audience will be like, oh, I have kids, or rather, I am a kid. That's like me. I like this character. And then Breaking Bad is not the same way. It's a different sort of thing. And I think that maybe it would be less remarkable if it weren't an American series, but it is, and it stands out, I think, for that reason. And it also stands out because beyond that, it is just an insanely interesting show with great characters. Really, the core of the entire show is Jesse Pinkman. Really, the one character who brings the entire thing together and who makes the show make sense emotionally and be compelling emotionally is Jesse Pinkman. He's a very typically American character, but shown to have a lot of flaws, and I think that that's a really important perspective to show. Obviously, since starting Better Call Saul, I have a really massive soft spot for Saul Goodman as well, and for Mike.
Walter. Put your dick away, Walter. I'm not having sex with you right now, Walter. Mike. Jesse, we have to fuck. It's the only way to defeat Goose. Jesse!
That's all you'll hear for like all 5 seasons, but it's worth it. It's worth it. How do I feel now? It's difficult. I built myself up so much for this karaoke, and it's all I've been thinking about. So now that it's done, I don't even know what to think. I'm just existing. Can't even think about anything I want to say. I've recapped my break, given you my plans for the future. Oh, there's a bot. I almost missed them. I almost missed the bots. Here's something we can talk about. I mentioned the other day 2 things in my pre-chat. So a lot of people might not have seen this, and so I'm gonna go over it once again. There are 2 projects. This was one big project that I had, and there are 2 more that are still in the works. One you might know as the quote-unquote Kindred Sonar project, which a lot of you submitted your designs for. That is very much in the works. It is full steam ahead, and from what I can tell, it's most likely going to finish production and be ready sometime next month. Sometime next month. At least that's what I am being told. Will I tell you what it is? I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek, okay? I'm going to give you guys exactly 1 second. Moving on. So that's that. And after that, the only other project that I am working on is a lore-related project, which I told you about a long time ago. And I started planning this back in like January. It's been going for a long time, but it's a hefty project, the lore-related one. It's a hefty lore-related project, and it's being worked on by a pretty small team of artists. It's being worked on by someone you might remember, a really, really good friend of mine who worked on my original lore comic, the debut one. That sort of style is coming back, and it's going to be a lot longer. It's going to be a long-form story. And that, from what I know, is going to be released. We're aiming for artwork to be finished around the end of the year, so probably around December time. And then after that, including voiceover and editing, it's most likely going to come out sometime in February. That's my guess, but we don't know. We don't know. So the lore project is going to happen quite a lot later, but I'm excited for you all to see it. It's a difficult part of my life to talk about, I will say that much, but I hope that it serves to entertain you all and educate a lot of you on the kind of person that I really am. Very curious? Good. Stay curious, because it's all coming around. And the charity stream, yes. I'll be working on getting that out hopefully this month. Hopefully this month. Although, will I be able to stick to the whole hour, the 24 hours in VR? I'm not 100% sure, because the last time I was in VR for that long, I was in VR for like an hour during the Phasmophobia one, and like that like physically hurt. It was a really long, it felt long, and the VR headset like hurts a lot, but maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it for charity. I'll have to have a think about it. I want to do something equally challenging. If, you know, if health concerns pop up, I'd want to do something equally challenging. So I imagine what I'll do, I will see if I can't get in touch with the guy who gave me the idea and ask him about what his experience was. And then if there is some way of making it comfortable, then bang on, I'm going to do that. But otherwise, I will think of something else. And the 24-hour format, I think, is a really good way of doing something with charity. So that's all I want to do. Did I receive my diagnosis? No, that is taking place. I'm gonna go for my first appointment on the 20th. And so hopefully that will be something. And I've been having a lot of thoughts about that because, I don't know, I really want to share the results of any diagnosis that I might get when I finally have a chat with a professional about my mental health. But then I can't help but feel like, I don't know, some motherfucker is gonna have a problem with it, and I don't know. It's a difficult thing to talk about, and I'm nervous about putting so much of myself on display, especially considering how personal it is. But then I think that no matter what some people say, whether it's the stigma or whether it's, you know, the worry that I had is that some people might sort of say that I'm, what, milking it for, you know, for profit, which, first of all, it would be my diagnosis and it would be mine to do with as I choose. But I think that the biggest reason why I want to do it is the fact that I know that by sharing, I can help people reach conclusions of their own. And I think that's important. I mean, I understand that mental health stigma is a pretty big thing, and even more so in a lot of parts of the world where I have a lot of fans, and I really want that to be different, you know. If all I can do is share some of my experiences to the extent that it really helps some of you, then fuck it. If people want to take an issue with me for that, then let them. I am really wanting to share my experiences with the hope that someone who's also going through what I'm going through might just feel helped by it and might just kind of grow a little bit because of it, right? That's all I want to do. I just want to... I truly just want to help. And hopefully by doing that, I might be able to. So, you never know. That's pretty much all I'll say about that, because at the moment, I don't know if I even will receive a diagnosis. Maybe I ain't got shit. Maybe I'm fine. But if I don't, and if I do have something, then I'll tell you. It's done. I get to relax. Alright. Thank you for the Akasupas, guys. Thank you, Corda-chan, for that Akasupa. Super kind of you. I was relaxed when I had my break 100%, but then, like, you know, towards the end of it, like, you know, the knowledge that I would need to start working on that karaoke, it started coming back, and so I, you know, but I feel fine. How many rest days per week am I planning? I'll play it by ear. Right now, I've got a full week next week because I fancy that. I want to get stuck back in and do lots of work. But the week after, maybe I'll feel a little tired and I'll decide to take a few days off. Who knows? Who knows? I'll definitely play it by ear and I won't feel so worried about taking the odd few days off here or there. Have I heard about the FNAF movie coming out? Yeah, I have! Can you believe that shit? The FNAF movie! It's... The FNAF movie is real! For those of you who aren't aware, producer Jason Blum, who we've known, producer of Blumhouse, who has been teasing the fucking, who has been teasing the FNAF movie for years, finally announced that it's being directed by... What's her name? What's the lady who's directing it? Being directed by Emma Tammy, and the part that excites me, will have the animatronics designed by the Jim Henson fucking Creature Shop. The Freddy Fazbear is going to be a practical creation, which is a really, really good thing. We're getting practical effects FNAF, which is going to be insane. And then after that, the fuck was that? What was that? What was that? Who is that? Oh! It's you! Fucking hell, I thought... oh my god, I was going crazy. I heard the psh, I heard the psh, and I thought that was like... hello! I thought that was a fucking, like... There was like a drink next to me, like, you know with those sports drinks, when you squeeze them and there's like a bit of water that comes out and goes psst. I was like, huh? I don't have one of those. I'm not an alcohol. Sports drink does not have fucking alcohol in it, you dumbass. No, don't go, please, don't go, please. Thank you very much for... Oh wait, you're...
Have to stream.
You were muted. You were muted that whole... Oh my god, there was this whole thing
funny.
of her going... She was going... And I was like... And I was panicking. But it turns out she was muted and none of you guys could hear shit, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Back. Your karaoke was really, really nice.
I'm glad you liked it. I put a lot of work into it. I'm glad that someone who can actually sing is really impressed by it.
You're freaking extra, but like in the most positive way, if that makes sense.
Yeah! I like being extra.
Hey!
I mean, why?
Anyways,
why not? Why not be extra when you have the opportunity to? Why not go the extra mile? You know? I don't know.
That was a nice comeback. I'm really glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm back too. Looking forward to getting involved in collabs and stuff and just, spending time with people.
Have fun with your stream and with the Kindreds and with the collabs. Bye! That's all I wanted to say.
Goodbye, motherfucker. It's good to be back.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And how nice. How nice. She spends the least amount of time with me as possible, which is very much in character for Remuendo, but that's good. And that was that. Oh goodness me. Here we're back with Vox Akuma's incredible skill at Zatsudan, where I will just sit and think about whatever the fuck I should be saying for ages. I'm just sat there like, Yeah. How about Luca's cooking handcam stream? You guys saw my reaction to that shit nice and early on. I woke up the morning after, glanced at my phone, and was like, oh boy, I sure hope that no potentially dangerous food is being prepared incorrectly. I mean, Luca had possibly the most beautiful handcam setup I've ever seen. Those black gloves and like the layout was just really, really beautifully put together. It was gorgeous, but the food he made, not gorgeous at all. Awful, in fact. The amount of rice was left stuck to the pan. Whisking egg with 2 forks at once. Slicing chicken while it's cooking in the pan. Huh? You know, I would love at some point to do some kind of hand cam collab where me, him, and Mr. all get our hands out at the same time, and it's essentially like I'm judging them, you know? And I'm trying to teach them how the fuck to cook. Because, good lord, that was a fucking disaster. I genuinely think Mr.'s rice looked better, personally. Personally, I think Mr.'s meal was better. But then, Luca's one might have tasted better. Because Mr.'s was way too salty. Mr.'s was, like, insanely salty. 2 members of Luxiem confirmed unable to cook. Who next will it be? We need to have Shu and Ike do hand cam, and we need to have them prove once and for all. Am I the only member of Luxiem who could cook? I'd certainly hope not. I do love to cook, though. I do love to cook. And I've been going to the gym really regularly, like, throughout this whole break, and I'm feeling pretty confident in myself. I think my cheeks are looking pretty plump at the moment, so I don't know. I kind of had this idea that when I did the whole cake reveal, that it would be sort of with a little more, perhaps, you know, like maybe when I'm really keen on showing off my entire body, you know, maybe that's when it can happen. Because I'm nervous, you know. There are definitely risks involved, but you never know. Not saying that'll happen, but I'd like to, at the very least, do the cake when I'm satisfied it's looking like how I want it to look, you know. Am I gonna explain about how I've been tweeting recently? No! You guys all know. You guys all know what I've been up to. You guys all know what I've been doing. You guys all know what I've been up to on Twitter. I went through my great poop shito arc, where I just kept tweeting about poo and piss and kept giggling to myself. The thing you need to understand about me is the fact that when you get to my age, when you become as old as I am, everything just sort of feels funny. Everything becomes hilarious, and you've got to understand this from my perspective, right? Isn't it hilarious that I can use this over 1 million follower corporate Twitter account that I have to post a picture of my fucking mismatched socks while I'm dropping the fucking kids off at the pool. Domino's, 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 pizza, 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 Domino's, 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 Truth is, though, I think, personally, that out of every unhinged tweet that I made while I was away, the one that I loved the most, I don't think many of you loved it, I did, but I did, was the one where I listened to the Thanos I listened to the Thanos music, and then I flushed the toilet. That was a work of genius. I will admit, I am a certified creative genius. I am brilliant. Because if you just think of that beautiful music. Bum 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 bum. And think about what's happening in the movie. Thanos is stumbling away after a long conquest. He's finally won. And he sits down. And he gazes off with a big smile as the sun hits his face. You guys, if you're gonna stay subscribed to me, you have to be prepared for the fact that I'm a fucking dumbass. I'm a fucking stupid idiot. My brain, it's not always all that functional, but you know what? Maybe that's okay. In the grand scheme of things, maybe that's okay. Did I remember the milk? No, actually, I ran out of milk last night. I woke up this morning really stressed and like, oh god, it's karaoke. Oh no, I'm nervous. And I went to go make myself a cup of tea. And I literally, I was like mad. I probably would have scared somebody if they were in the room with me. I opened the fridge and I remembered that I had used up all my milk. And I had already like put the sugar in the tea bag in the cup, and I had boiled the kettle, and then I realized I had no milk, and I just shouted. I was like, I've got no fucking milk! And I was just like, ah! And I was very upset. But of course I didn't have time to go and get any because I wasn't dressed. I needed to make the Friends on the Other Side video, and so I just thought, fuck. And yeah, I dealt with tea with no milk, and that's not really what I wanted. No milk? I'm really looking forward to going back to it because there are so many things. I still haven't visited the new Minecraft server. You know, the rebuilt Minecraft server with all the new stuff. Apparently Luca has saved my castle, and it's right where it always was, which is nice. So I'll be able to continue that. A lot of people are working creative mode now, but I don't know if I want to work in creative mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've spent so long gathering resources in survival to build the castle that should I use creative mode to build the castle? I don't think I should. I've spent so long getting the bricks. I've spent so long getting everything together. Why would I? Have I seen my dungeon? What do you mean, my dungeon? What do you mean? I want to save my genuine response for, I want to save my response for when I go there. Is the dungeon fucked up? Did the dungeon get fucked up? I do hope not. He doesn't know what happened. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna boot the server up right now. I'm gonna take a look at this. We'll do the majority of the exploring once my once we do our official big Minecraft stream on Tuesday. But I am curious at what the fuck is happening. So let's have a look, shall we? Am I going to check out the 1 million Kindred MC Castle? I should do that, yeah. I'll try and chat with some Niji people to see if they want to check that out at some point. Because I remember the whole thing was we wanted to do it as a group, kind of like we did with Uki. Alright, let me just make sure that that's all functional. Looks fine. Oh wait, shit. Hasn't it been, like, migrated? Or has it? Has it been migrated? Hang on, let me check. Is it on a new IP, or...? Guys, is it on a new IP, or is it, like... on the old one? It's the same? Oh, good. Alright, let's get in there. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look-see, shall we? What's been going on? Oh. Castle is still here. Still in survival mode. Here lies little fucker, born from a broken Enderman farm. Oh, I remember this, I remember this. Oh, they made a new... Right, that's why nothing changed. Okay, well, at least the server is there on the old one. Hold on, let me hide this while I put the new IP in. Let me see if I can't find it. I'm just going to have to scroll back. There it is. Right. Brand new. None of my items or anything. Here we are. I'm in survival. This looks quite different. Is that water? It is. Okay, so I'm gonna save my reaction for next time. So I'm just gonna hop back to where I think my castle is. I'm just gonna try and avoid looking as much as I can. Oh, I see. So this is like that world edit thingy where you can like add big circles and stuff. That's cool. Okay, which way? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Me lost already. It's lagging? Like the... Oh no, I think it's just the game, like it's stuttering a little bit, probably because I'm loading it in for the first time. Luca hasn't pasted... Luca told me he pasted the castle. So I remember when we were up in a big mountain, so maybe it's up here. I recognize this place. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. I found it. My castle is safe. Thank goodness me. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. All the time I spent on you. I'm glad to know it wasn't for nothing. With a new landscape and a big cliff as well. You know, if anything, this is like a more beautiful place for it to be. Is it still dipping into the ocean? It is. Good, 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 good. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Okie dokie then. Why don't we take a little look, see what's going on over here. Thank you very much for the penis. I imagine that was Luca. Here lies little fucker. So can they, like, it looks like, well, these are still disorganized, so they look like just my old chests, just the way they were. That's good. That's good, and a lot of attention to detail paid here. Although obviously all of my netherite and stuff is on my old person, so I might have to either go and collect that again or spawn it back in. Box Tenji's Chapel. Still fine. The dungeon. What happened down here? Dungeon's fine. Looks fine to me. Little slab here for some reason. A piece of stone here for some reason. Lava. For whatever reason. That's weird. No traps here, are there? Okay. Torture chamber. Still intact. I need to add a stone cutter here. It would be funny. Ah, yes. We need to add the armor stand back to that. The jump scare machine. And this thing... Is it still working? Hold on. Please tell me I'm not going to die if I fall down here. So we may need to replace the water. But other than that, it looks fine. Other than that, it looks fine. Oh, Jesus, this I feel like I'm wandering straight into 2B2T. Like the weird structure of the world is so like early Minecraft server, you know, before you had all the plugins that protected spawns and shit. The hell is this? I need to stop looking around. I'm going back to my castle. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's over there. It's over there. Bum, 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 Ah, yes, 2B2T. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Long time. Bum 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 bum. Rum, bum, bum. For the first time in 2B2T history, Vox Akuma. So I think, looking at it, the entire castle, apart from that that little hiccup at the bottom of the mine shaft, it looks like it's fine, and that won't be too difficult to replace. The wall is intact, and I'm so glad we're expanding, because goodness me, it's a small... God, it would have turned out to be quite a diminutive castle if we hadn't expanded it, so... Ow. Ah, yes, filled all this, and that's all fine. It doesn't extend into the ocean anymore, which is a shame. I was kind of enjoying that, but small, you know, small problems, that's fine. Cows? Huh? What's this about cows? Can I game mode 1? Okay, so we've got like a load of plugins here. Got world edit and all that kind of stuff, which is good, but no game mode. So I guess I'm not on ARP, which is a shame. Yeah, the cows. The cows. The cows, the cows, the cows will tell. The past, the present, and the future as well. So other than that, it looks like the castle is all in working order. Millie and Pomu were messing around in my castle. Were they now? Were they? Upon the halls of my forefathers. Upon the halls of my own kindred. How dare they? How dare they? Should we go back to the old server and check it out? Oh, I'm really glad we're expanding. Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to get back into Minecraft. This is going to be good. Hold on. Let's get back on the old server and let's take a gander, shall we? Are the cows still there? I love that I log in and I immediately hear mooing. Motherfucker. You fucking motherfucker. You fucking motherfucker. A bunch of cows. Their meat shall feed us. Their leather shall clothe us. The invasion of Akuma Castle. Well, yes, I mean, I would call Tokugawa and his army a bunch of cows, so... Oh well, I suppose it's not too far from the truth. No more. We. Are there any in the dungeon, perhaps? Tokugawa. Indeed. Indeed. Did they put any in prison? Oh, thank goodness, Kindred, you're still here. I'm sorry that you were accosted by these terrible cows. Let me get them out of your bedchamber real quick. We gotta remove the others. How dare they? How dare they? So I imagine what Millie and Pomu did is they just grabbed a load of spawner eggs and started fucking around. No. Why is there lava dripping from the ceiling here? Like, did I mess something up along the way? So, if that's there, is it like the... over here? I wouldn't have thought it would go down that far. Hold on. It is. I see. Interesting. Anyway. That's that, I suppose. Oh. Fuck me, dude. Oh yeah, oh yeah! Because I still haven't seen what actually happened. I still haven't seen what it looked like. How has the server changed? Let's take a look, shall we? Boing, 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 boing. Wow. The cutoff. I feel like that scene from Mulan, you know? The scene from Mulan with, what's the song? A Girl Worth Fighting For. When they're marching off to war. And they're just marching and they're singing, a girl worth fighting for. And they see the battlefield, a girl worth fighting. What happened here? Oh my god. This really is 2B2T, isn't it? And then it sort of re-begins over here. God damn. So yeah, this... Was it always this flat? I guess it must have been. So VSF relatively untouched. Apart from this corner. One of the back of VSF has been completely nuked. Rip Bun Bun. Bun Bun. No. Bun Bun. One of these little guys. I can't remember what they're called. Rip to the Kindred. They weren't Kindred. They were planted there by Tokugawa. I removed them for you. And now we move on to a new castle. Identical, but in a new place. And I'm glad that my little Akuma house with the fucking penis in it, I'm glad it's still there. Multiple penises in the Akuma house, as there should be. As there should be. So yeah, I guess that's that. The Minecraft server continues on as something new, and we'll see it all soon. We're reaching about 2 hours for the after party, so I think I'm gonna sign off pretty soon. I have been working really, really hard today, setting everything up for the karaoke, and I think I need to take a break. I'm dead set on my idea. I'm gonna order some KFC. I'm gonna pig the fuck out, and I'm gonna watch my favorite TV show, which right now is Better Call Saul. God damn, look at all this. Such pain and devastation, now it tortures me inside. Oi. Bitch. Oh yeah. Where is Kindred? Kindred the cat. Kindred the cat. Where are they? Boing, boing, boing. Well, lots of cats out here. We've got Nyaya. Where is the cat? Solomon the cat. Yeah, we'll be having our lovely drunk ASMR tomorrow, where I'll probably be getting in more trouble. But, you know, it wouldn't really be. I wouldn't really be myself if I wasn't always getting into scrapes. I don't know. You know, recently I've been feeling inspired. I've been feeling inspired to just be myself a lot more. And I think the person inspiring me more than anybody to be that way is Jack Black. Have you ever seen how confident Jack Black is? 100% of the time, he is just always fucking around. No matter what. And that's really cool. You guys seen him on Jimmy Fallon where he starts playing the fucking saxophone? Yes, it's a saxoboom. It's an ancient instrument that takes years to master. Ah, yes, as rare as a Stradivarius or whatever he says. What a fucking icon. I want to be more like Jack Black. There's another cow. I'm a fucking crazed chimpanzee who sees red every time he sees a pair of udders. Moo. And you know, the fortunate thing about the new server is new world generation, the Deep Dark, you know? Might be some of that closer to spawn, which should be nice. Unless we reuse the same map. We probably did. But never mind. Oh yeah, we did. No, never mind. Never mind then. Let's track down Solomon the cat. Solomon the cat! Hello, Kindred, my lovely. Do I have fish for you? No. Can I find some fish? Do you have any fish lurking around? Would you like a carrot, my lovely? Would you like a carrot? Of any sort? A carrot? Would you like a carrot? Perhaps. Would you like a carrot? Or a fish? Where's a fish? Can we get a fish for Kindred? Fish for Kindred. There is no fish. A disaster, truly. Unless I can find the fishing rod and quickly procure a fish from an adjacent body of water. We had a fishing rod for a while, didn't we? Must be one knocking around here somewhere. I have a fishing rod. I know, it was passed down by my father. He said to me, son, Vox Akuma, you best go and fish. And I said, yes. I said, yes, father, I will. And so it was that I fished. That's the entire story. Fuck you. No fish? Yeah, how about go fish? Hey. I apologize for that joke. That was actually just that was horrendous. I should make a new one. Meow, meow, meow. Bada bing. This is how we're ending stream. I'm gonna get a fish. I'm going to catch a fish, a juicy fish. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Actually, we don't need to go and find water. I've got water. There's a bucket of water right here. Where is it? I remember there being one. There it is. Bring me the fish. Bring me the fish. Bring me. Nothing. I love the little fishing rod sound. The bring me the fish, my boy. Bring the fish to me. Bring me the fish. There's fish in the chest. What the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? There's fish in the fucking chest. Where is it? I shall feed him a nautilus shell. Fish, 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 fish. Oh, where's the fish? I know you're hungry, Kincat. I've been gone for a month. Just be patient, my darling, alright? Second one I click. Oh, fuck. Oh, raw salmon! There it is! Oh, Kindred, my lovely. Would you like some fish? Yeah, we did it! The cat eats. Farewell. And that was the last we ever saw of Kincat. A shame, but truly, it had to be done. Hopefully that fish will last them until the end of time. Well, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. I prepared for that. I almost forgot I even did a karaoke. I am going to go and get some food for lunch. I am going to relax with a big, fat, fucking, just cacophony of KFC. And I am going to sit back and watch TV and get ready to get back into the swing of streaming. And I can't wait. So to all of you, thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering me. Thank you for being patient enough to let me take time for myself. And now, we shall just let the good times roll. Thank you very much for some supers from 02. Thank you very much for the Ak Super. And Glishinya, that's a new name. I haven't heard that before. A new kiss? A good night kiss? Of course. To everyone who stayed up to watch me tonight, good night. I love you all very dearly. I love you, Kindred. And I shall see you again sooner than you imagine. Good night. That's better.